you for being here tonight. I cannot tell you how special this is for me. For some little girls, they dream of their wedding. I've always dreamed of my book launch. And here we are. This project has been remarkable in my own eyes because it started as this little blog from my client. And a panel who has agreed to join me and be my guinea pigs. So, I think we all know and love this panel, but Meg Medina, authoress extraordinaire, Rebecca Joines Schinsky, founder of Book Riot and and David Robbins, another just powerhouse in the literary world. So I've been trying really hard not to scare everyone. First, I have saved you all by not doing a reading of my book. Who versus whom? Let us begin. I knew that wasn't going to be this event. This book is all about fun, about not being intimidating, about getting it right. So that's where this event started. And so we have 3 rounds here in our brief Grammartopia. Why Grammartopia? Because wouldn't the world be a little bit closer to perfect if we at least had better grammar skills? A little bit. We all have our missions to change the world, some bigger than others. This one is mine. So we have 3 rounds here this evening. This, again, is a teaser of a larger program. And round 1 is true or false. Are my contestants ready?
No. You're going down.
There's been a lot of talk up here for the past half an hour. It's been pretty funny. I didn't create walls between them. I think I should. Things are getting feisty over here. All right, true or false? This is going to be just 7 questions. True or false? The most common word in the English language is I. Insert Jeopardy music here. Although we have some nice jazz. That works, that's better. Everybody ready? All right, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3 and we turn, all right? 1, 2, 3. It's actually true. It's actually true.
What happened to us?
Feet don't believe me. I believe it.
Okay. It's absolutely true. Maybe conversational English. Now, should I say conversational English? See, this is why this is a guinea pig trial. It's conversational English. Excuse me. Okay, I'll work on this. Okay, so this is true. And what does this say about society? That the word I is the most common word that we say in conversation. I didn't say conversation. I'm working on it. Okay. Anything I can do. Okay. All right. See, I told you. I have my headphone right here. Okay, I will be more precise. All right? Everybody ready? Yes, ma'am.
Could you ask them to hold their placards higher so we can see the real answers?
Everybody good? Okay. Salad. Okay. Number 2. Ray Charles has incorrect grammar in his famous song, I Feel Good. I feel good. Na, 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 na. True or false? Is the grammar incorrect? I have the audience up in here. Is it incorrect? So true, it is incorrect. False, it is correct. Is it incorrect? True? Or is it incorrect? False? Everybody ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, turn! Again, our panelist goes down. Ray Charles feels good. What is good modifying? Ray Charles is an adjective. adjective modifying a noun. If he has an inability to feel or has a sensory condition where he cannot touch very well, that would be a well issue, fine issue, an adverb. Or modifying a noun. So Ray Charles, there.
I'm mad at Mrs. Resnick in the 6th grade. I am pretty sure that.
This is also true. Think of dinner, if you're having dinner, and if dinner tasted delicious. If dinner tasted deliciously, then that dinner would be eating something. So, yes, it's a sensory verb. Yeah, okay.
My old job is to update the school.
Okay. Okay, this is only 7 questions. Okay, question 3. The singular they has been used as far back as the King James Bible.
Singular they.
The singular they.
Wait, don't say it. Go ahead.
I see a longer explanation happening here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, turn. True, 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 true. 1 point for everyone. For all of the arguments of whether the singular they is legit, it has been used for hundreds upon hundreds of years. Jane Austen was another big believer in the singular they. Okay.
What's the Bible?
Oh, when we're talking about the singular they, say you have an application who's putting in someone who's putting a resume into a business and the name is Jesse, and we don't know if Jesse is a man or a woman, and you could say Jesse they are coming in on Tuesday, because if you don't know if Jesse is a male or a female, you can say they, and you know what? It's okay. You don't always have to say he or she. It is a very contemporary debate.
All right.
Oh, I don't know. See, my technical out here too. Goodness. Okay. Number 4. True or false? William Faulkner has a mistake in his famous title, As I Lay Dying. Is there a mistake in that title? True would be yes, there's a mistake. And here I'll give a hint.
Wait. What?
William Faulkner has a mistake in his famous title, As I Lay Dying. The hint is, if you can come up with what that mistake happens to be, you get a bonus point.
It's like out of hints to the fact that there's a mistake, that doesn't.
I'm trying to help Parker. Okay, 1, 2, 3, turn. Smells true. David gets 1 point, not 2. There is a mistake. The lay is correct. As I lay dying is correct. Because it's past tense. He's laying. However, as should technically be the word lying. There's some sign coming. David gets 1 point. As I lay dying. It's both the past tense. That should technically be why, because as is something that you do for a short period, and while is something you do for a long period of time. In that book, Addie is dying for a long portion there.
Is there an objective definition of as versus while, like the time period?
You know, there's this book. Well, let's see. If it took me a moment to write my name, that'd be as. If it took me some time to write this book, while.
So you never say as while.
The writing tip is being held up back here. It's hard. Okay.
That would have helped you.
Okay, number 5. You always use a before a consonant and an before a vowel. You always use a before a consonant and an before a vowel. True or false? You can always use A before a consonant and before a vowel. True or false? 1, 2, 3, turn. False. Well done. You have those words like honor, starts with an H, but then you have starts with an. It's all about the sound, not the actual letter. Okay. Number 6 out of 7. There are no anagrams of the word anagram. True or false? Anagrams of the word anagrams. Can you twist the letters of the word anagram into anything else?
Does it have to be one word?
If it's one word, fair point. Google has a 3-word breakup, and again, I'm just dropping hints right and left here.
How about a hyphen?
No hyphens.
Use all the letters.
All the letters. That's an anagram. Alright.
As you said that, well,
Everybody ready? Alright. 1, 2, 3, turn. True. Very good. Very good. There are no anagrams of the word anagram. Okay, last question of round 1, and we'll look at the scores and give a freebie to the audience. I know. This is also the longest round, so to be fair.
That's where I was.
Yes, next is the Ukrainian round.
Third is Hebrew, folks. I got it.
Alright, last question. The only way to feel 100% confident about your use of a semicolon is to use it with a winky face. Is that the only time the semicolon, you can feel strong about that semicolon?
But you're asking for your suggestion.
Is it possible to feel confident? That's true.
I know the answer for me. So many more learning.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. False, because the way you can feel confident is to pick up my book. No point for Okay, between rounds 1 and 2 here, I have an audience question. The first person to answer this correctly, shout it out, raise your hand, whatever you would like, will get a free copy of my book. Okay, so audience question. Who is the first person here to name a major league sports team that does not end in S?
Wild.
Red Sox.
Vernon! Redskins, I heard in the back, and Redskins.
Sox.
Wild.
Wild. Great. Okay, Vernon got it. Wow, that went really fast. I thought that was going to be the rain teaser. All right, Vernon got it in the front, though. All right, Vernon, I have an extra book for you. All right, congratulations, Vernon. I was convinced that was going to take a while, so, all right. Okay.
Wasn't there someone in the back of
You
that?
got your back and said wild first.
Was Mike right?
Yeah.
I'll give you both the book. Congratulations.
Southern person.
All right, round 2, 6 questions. Excuse me, 5 questions. 5 questions. This is multiple choice. I know. Oh, listening skills. Listening skills also. Okay, so going into this, we have Rebecca at 4.
Where? Do I have to be able to see that?
What's that?
I can't see that.
I'm announcing it for you. Rebecca's at 4. David's at 5.
Oh,
and Meg's
I
at
thought the
4.
question would be up there. My
No,
bad.
no, no, no.
I'm
Just
fine.
4.
I'll see the client.
No, this is Ukraine.
Okay. Yana's 9. Okay. So, the oldest known use of which punctuation mark was found in graffiti in ancient Pompeii? I know you're not going to know this answer, so just take a wild guess. Was the first use of this punctuation mark in Pompeii an ampersand, a semicolon, an interrobang, or quotation marks? So, graffiti
C.
And Terabang is that lovely combination of your exclamation points and your question mark.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. That one's actually not lovely.
I didn't know it had a name.
Okay, so A, B, C, D. A is ampersand. B is semicolon. C is interrobang. D is quotation marks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, turn. Rebecca gets it, the ampersand. First known use in graffiti in ancient Pompeii. Okay, next one. The dot above an I. The dot above an I is called what? The dot above an I has a name. Is it called a dot? A. Is it called?
I've already written that.
Oh, nice. Is it called B, a speck? Is it called C, a kizzy? Is it called D, a tittle? Is it A, a dot, B, a speck, C, a kizzy, D, a tittle? All right, 1, 2, 3, turn. D. Very misspelled, but yes. C-I-T-C-L-E. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. D. It's a tittle, so you now know the dot above an I, dot above a lowercase j. It's called a tittle. And now you must get wiser. Okay. The first known use of OMG was the first known use of OMG on a 1994 NASA message board. Was it B, in a 1917 letter to Winston Churchill? Was it in a 1956 New Yorker article by Dorothy Parker? Or was it in a 1999 interview with Christina Aguilera? OMG. NASA in 1994 is A. 1917 letter to Churchill, B. Dorothy Parker, C. D. Christina Aguilera. Are we ready?
No. I want it to be Christina Aguilera.
All right, 1, 2, 3, turn. Rebecca gets it again. Winston Churchill, a letter to Winston Churchill. First ever abbreviation, the writer said in the letter in 1917.
This is looking sad for me.
Okay, two questions left here. Okay, here's another one. This is up for anyone. Which boy band, yeah, you like where this one's going. Which boy band once had their lead singer jump into the audience with a Sharpie to correct somebody's poster? And the sign once said, "You're hot," Y-O-U-R. And he corrected it to add the apostrophe and the E. You are hot, about himself. So what boy band was this? Was this A, One Direction? Was this B, NSYNC? Was it C, New Kids on the Block? Or D, the Backstreet Boys? What lead singer cares about grammar? Take a wild guess.
What band was playing when Christy was listening to boy bands?
Good audience question. A, One Direction, B, NSYNC, C, New Kids on the Block, D, Backstreet Boys. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, turn. A, One Direction, actually. Not when I was listening to boy bands, I know. This is pretty much the one thing I know about One Direction.
Well, this is going to be inspirational for you.
Okay. Is this guy, this heckler right here, in the second row? Are we ready? Is this heckler in the second row wearing stripes? Is he A, grammar? Is he disinterested in grammar? Or is he uninterested in grammar? Yep, A or B. Is he A, disinterested in grammar, or B, uninterested in grammar?
I always go in the
Everybody ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. A, David gets it. Steve is disinterested in grammar. He doesn't love it. He doesn't hate it. Kind of like a referee. You want a disinterested referee on the field. You don't want them cheering for one team or the other. If you have an uninterested referee, he wouldn't be paying attention. Steve is clearly not uninterested in grammar, or he wouldn't be here. Okay. Okay. Thank you, round 2. At the end of round 2, we have Rebecca and David tied. 7 points. And Meg is chasing up at the end.
That's progress.
Okay. The last round points will double. However, before we get there, I have one more audience question. And this is for a $50 Fountain Bookstore gift certificate. Thank you, Kelly Justice in the back.
Miami Heat.
Miami Heat. Yes. Okay. I'm going to go with the first maybe 10 or so guesses, whoever gets the closest. In the most recent version of the Oxford English Dictionary, how many words are there? And I'm going to say words presently in use, not archaics and all of that. Words presently in use. How many words are there?
1.1 million.
What was that? 114,000? 26,000? 1 million? 48, 7,000? 600? 500,000? Okay. Or she'll leave it the last vote. One. Okay. The correct answer is there are 171,000 words. And that's words in present day use in English. I heard, was it a 500? Was that who went 200? George? Was there somebody who said 200,000? Doug? Dennis? I heard somebody over here. Doug? Doug gets it. Congratulations, Doug. Okay, and our last round. Here you go. Our last round is just 2 questions to each of our lovely panelists. These are double points. Who wants to start?
She does.
Rebecca.
What are you?
We're going to start in the middle here with Rebecca because you're the only one who was not pointed at. Okay. If you are waiting with bated breath for this question, how do you spell the word baited?
Do I have to write it down?
You can just tell me. Spell it. B-A-T-E-D is correct. If you're waiting with bated breath, B-A-I-T-E-D. You're a very gullible fish. Or you've been eating old sushi. Okay.
It means to hold.
Good.
I'm really nervous about this.
Okay, I'm going to jump back to you. So this one's going to go to David. What is the difference between a foreword of a book and forward motion, spelling-wise?
An E.
Well, an E. Boom.
Anything else?
Say what?
Anything else?
No. Well, in terms of, when you say what's the difference, you apply
An E and any other letters different?
any other spelling difference?
There is.
F-O-R-E-W-A-R-D.
Use your word.
All right, Meg, here's your chance to catch up.
Oh, 4 words.
Haha, he gets it. F-O-R-E-W-O-R-T. I'll give it to him. Good job, David. Okay, Meg. If you're feeling really confident, or maybe less than confident at this moment, do you feel like you're a shoe-in to win this? How do you spell shoe? If you're a shoe-in, feeling pretty confident about winning something.
I think I spelled S-H-O-O.
You got it. S-H-O-O. Okay, back to Rebecca. Why would an editor take issue with Ford's slogan, drive further?
It's farther.
Ford's slogan right now is drive further. She got the right answer because if you're measuring distance, it should be drive farther. But maybe it's a metaphor. Maybe it's about driving further in life. But yes, that is why editors have an issue. Good. Rebecca gets the points. All right, David. Why would an editor cringe at Apple's famous tagline, think different?
Well, because it has to be an adverb, it could be differently.
Differently. David gets the points. And last question going to Meg. Why will an editor cringe at CNN's slogan, real news, real fast? Really fast. Meg gets it. Oh, man. Wow, so we have a tie at the end here. We have a tie. We have Meg with 8 and David and Rebecca both at 11, which means we have
Arm wrestling is not a fair match.
Actually, I have one question I'll give you, and if we don't figure it out, it'll be an arm wrestling match. Okay. Are typos on social media continual or continuous? Are typos on social media A, continual, or B, continuous? Hide your orders. Write it down.
So which one is which?
A, continual, B, continuous. All right, turn. What did I say? Continual, you were both right. All right, so we have a two-way tie, and the good news is, oh, I forgot a major step of this equation. The major step.
We have a 2-way tie. Doesn't the word tie imply?
It does. Redundancy! Oh no! I should read my own book! I write well. I never said anything about speaking.
How do you spell tie?
Okay, the one piece of the equation that I forgot was to have names in the hat if you wanted to win these lovely prizes. So what we're going to do here, oh man, is, that was the key piece of this entire equation, which I didn't do. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull a name out of these hats, and we're going to give away this lovely collection of Book Riot swag from Rebecca, a signed stack of David's books, and you know what, we'll just go ahead and do it, and signed stack of Meg's books as well. But to do that, I'm going to pass around, I'm going to pass around some papers and a fishbowl over here. Write down your name if you want to be pulled for this in about 10 minutes. But while you are thinking and waiting for this fishbowl, a couple things for you. First, we need to give a huge hand to this wonderful family. Thank you for being my guinea pig. I learned something. And second, we have books for sale in the back, mine, as well as the authors up here. And I have one last giveaway for the night. And this one is not just a live giveaway. This one's being sent out into the world. There is also a Grammartopia online component. Grammartopia Online has 25 questions. If you are the winner and you want to play it on your smartphone, if you are the winner, you get a 100-page free edit of a manuscript from me. Or if you would like, you can have a 1-hour email communications workshop for your workplace. 2 options. This has been sent out, spun in the social media world as well. It's going to take a couple minutes for the fishbowl to go around. Can we pass the fishbowl?
I have a logistics question.
Yes.
May I hand one of these papers to everybody in here to make it, it's their job to get their paper in the fishbowl?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Anne had a wonderful idea for covering up. Yeah, she's wonderful. If you would like to be in the drawing here in the next 10 minutes, Anne's giving everyone pieces of paper. Write down your name and email on that, stick it in the jar, and we'll draw a name in about 10 minutes. If you would like to be in the running for that 100-page edit or that 1-hour communications workshop for your workplace, go to getagrip.live on your smartphone. It's 25 questions, and this will be going live in about 15 minutes. So you have to register before you play. So if you don't register in the next 15 minutes, you don't get to play that. Otherwise, we'll do this drawing in about 10 minutes. Again, thank you for being here, everyone.
It's like a good opening.